Hi everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Gfa Round-Up. So this is a weekly vlog where we discuss all of the funding activities happening across the African continent as tracked by the Get Funded Africa team. So as usual, I've carefully selected 5 startups that received funding recently. I'll provide you with information surrounding the amount of investment made, the location of each startup, their business model, and I'll also try to predict the future of that industry. So let's kick off with FinTech Farm. FinTech Farm, for those who don't know who they are, is a newly launched UK-based fintech startup, which was founded by Dimitro and Nick and Alexandra. They established their first market in Azerbaijan in November of 2021, which they started giving loans to consumers with poor credit histories using cards and mobile. Let me chip in on this. A neobank is a form of a direct bank that operates purely digitally without the use of traditional physical banking facilities. So FinTech Farm just raised 7.4 million in seed round investment, which they intended to use to launch neobanks in 8 additional countries, including Nigeria. So the funding round was led by Flyer One Ventures and One Ventures and other venture capital companies as well. FinTech Farm launched in different countries with new names but the same design and mascot, a funny lion in a lilac mane. Their primary products are a debit card that allows customers to withdraw money from deposits, as well as a credit card with a loan facility. So linked to the customer's name, of course. The app also has a savings account, deposits, and transfers, among other things. The company has, however, mentioned that for its operations in Nigeria, they would be adapting a different approach, which will involve obtaining a cooperative license and only partnering with any local bank if they get up to 200,000 customers. Next up, let's talk about Finale. Now has secured €5 million in investment from FMO to streamline loan access for more women entrepreneurs and SMEs engaged in agricultural value chains, therefore strengthening Finale's position in meso finance. So Finale is a CoFina Group subsidiary created in 2018 with Mirma Bao as the president of the board of directors. They are committed to assisting women entrepreneurs in Cote d'Ivoire by providing adaptable and accessible financial services. With the combination of savings products, credit, and capacity building programs, they are devoted to developing a pan-African strategy of financial inclusion for women in Cote d'Ivoire. Finale has over 9,000 clients and is now in 9th place in the Cote d'Ivoire MFI ranking. So congratulations to Finale. This sounds like a very interesting business model. Okay, next up we will discuss Django Capital. So the African Development Bank has approved 12 million in investment funding to promote African digital entrepreneurs via Django Startup Fund. The fund includes 7.9 million from the AFDB and a 3.9 million contribution from the European Union and the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific. Founded in 2018 by Fatau Mata, Django Capital is an African social startup studio that uses technology and capital to create digital ecosystems in high growth sectors. So they carry out their vision by developing customer-centric and value-added services for African customers. enabling African SMEs to scale their businesses and create job and empowerment opportunities for youth and women. So, Django Capital operates the Django Startup Fund, which develops, expands, and invests in digital startups with proven business models and, of course, positive social impact, with a primary focus on some areas like agriculture, financial services, in energy, education, and the healthcare in Francophone West Africa. So the fund is aimed at boosting the private sector by launching technology-enabled business models for small and medium-sized firms that meet the needs of underserved communities. Also provide significant job opportunities for youth and women, and also improve Africans' quality of life. Next up, let's talk about Rebundle. Rebundle has recently raised 1.4 million in their pre-seed round, which was led by M25 and other several investors, including Arch Grant and Rare Breed and etc. etc. Rebundle is a hair-focused startup based in St. Louis that promises to eliminate rashes and single-use waste by supplying synthetic hair products. This startup is owned by CEO Ciara May, and the co-founder and CMO is Danielle Washington. They launched their first product in 2021, which is manufactured from organically extracted banana fiber and contains sustainability features in both manufacturing process and the disposal of the product after usage. With this additional investment, they plan to extend their presence in the region, broaden their sales channels, and also extend their workforce and establish a new product facility locally. Next up, let's talk about Asak. Asak is a fintech company that offers asset financial and mobile financial services to entrepreneurs and farmers. They have recently secured 30 million in their pre-series A equity and funding. This funding round was led by new and existing investors such as Resolute Ventures, Social Capital, and many other venture capital companies operating in Africa. Asak was founded in 2016 with headquarters in Kampala, Uganda. The startup is headed by co-founder and chief business officer Dylan and Anthony. They work with a variety of partners, including mobility and e-commerce platforms, to make motorcycle ownership easier for the riders who earn a living by operating motorcycle taxis. Asak has now made direct ownership of motorcycles available to the motorcycle operators, whereas earlier most of them either got hired by bike owners or rent motorcycles. So these 5 startups across the tech space recently received funding, and these investors affect our African startup ecosystem very positively. If our digital economy grows vastly, so will the world's economy. I hate to cut the story short already, but we've come to the end of this week's GFA Roundup. Again, I am your host, Nichole. Make sure to tune in next week for more, and please subscribe to our email listing. Visit our website, media@GetFundedAfrica, for more funding news. And